All the way back in August, several Unreal Editor for Fortnite creators were invited to the LEGO campus in Billund, Denmark to take part in the LEGO Island Game Jam, where, over the course of 3 days, they created prototypes for spooky Halloween experiences. Fast forward to this month, and the polished versions have released within Fortnite, and while many have already tried them out, few have discovered the dark secret that they hold. The first LEGO Island we're looking at is Mansion Escape, where, expectedly, you find yourself in a mansion with the goal of escaping a hunter, which is selected at the start of each round. Survivors have to find a key and escape, or just survive for long enough by using brick-built obstructions, while the hunter simply needs to eliminate all players. Though, while exploring the mansion's park, you may come across a coffin, which when open tells you to look down where the shadow boss guards the hollow dome for a key that unlocks the secret of Bone. Next up is Brick Island boss fight. Here you'll be exploring a small island to make weapons that you'll then be able to use in a boss fight against a terrifying monolith, making its return since last year's spooky LEGO Islands, all the while collecting studs to use for building up your house. However, there is a waterfall on this island, and hidden behind it is not just several chests, some of which hold a jump scare, but also a coffin with the message that when the fight is done and victory is near, seek the graveyard lost in the forest sphere. Moving on, Escape the Forest takes heavy inspiration from the 2018 The Forest video game. You wake up in a creepy forest after your plane crashes and have to collect resources and build up your camp to protect yourself from the dangers of the night. As you progress, more of the area will be open to you, which will allow you to access new locations with better resources but far greater dangers. You might also come across a graveyard, and in it you'll find yet again another coffin, this time telling you that through tangled graves where whispers pose, your path is marked by a glowing rose. Finally, there's the Brickrooms Tycoon. In this one, you've traveled to Twin Pines to help your father save the town, only to find an abandoned shop with a door in the basement leading to a dark forest. In this creepy environment, you'll have to find artifacts and make it out before your energy runs out and then sell them for studs. But if you visit the upper area of the town behind your shop, you'll discover a graveyard with a single glowing rose, where for 250 studs, you'll be able to open a coffin and be given a key to the popular backrooms as a new location to explore, as well as the message saying that the coffin waits where gargoyles sing, beneath the watch of Stone and Wing. But we've just gone through all of the Fortnite Mayor's LEGO Islands. Where's this final coffin? Well, it can be found in LEGO Halloween Extraction, the LEGO Group's own spooky LEGO Island, near where the boss spawns behind the gate, which will tell you that you've unearthed the secret and that all coffins are found in a Halloween feat. At least, I'm assuming this is meant to be the last coffin, since the message appears regardless of if you found the other ones or even played the other LEGO Islands, which led me to believe that they could be found in LEGO Halloween Extraction when I first discovered it. So what's the reward for getting all of these? Well, as it turns out, there isn't one, at least that I'm aware of, which is quite disappointing. This entire puzzle reminds me heavily of 2024's Mystery of the Monolith, where each island released by the LEGO Group held a code that could be entered into a final one to earn a decoy item for use in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey. Still, I'm really happy to see that the LEGO Group is continuing to invest into the LEGO Fortnite ecosystem, including with the launch of a page on their website which doesn't just showcase previous challenges, but also states that more are coming in the near future. Hopefully we get game jams teaming around not just holidays, but also genres, LEGO teams, or even potentially ones focused on specific aspects like map design.